Welcome one and all to Puppet History! Today we'll be taking an ever-winding look at yet another chapter in the heavy book we call history, while our guests ruthlessly compete for the coveted title of History Master. I am obviously your beloved host, the Professor! Thank you! Hey, Ryan Bergara, are you ready?
Just another day in hell.
Esteemed guest, Kate Peterman, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Glad to have you back, buddy. Let's crack in.
Is this the first ep of the new season?
No.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, Kate. Sorry, we've only invited you here 4 times.
Oh yeah, I have been here 4 times. I love it.
I know, it's crazy. I know.
It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, it's always good to have you.
It's crazy because, like, I don't pay attention to the story at all. I half understand what's happening every
learned
episode.
Nothing?
Learned nothing.
That's a good thing to tell the professor.
Now, to begin, furniture shopping. Love it? Hate it? How you feel about it?
Ooh, I love it. I get excited.
Yeah, I find it to be kind of a chore.
I'm actually in the market for a new couch.
What's wrong with the one you got?
I could put my hand in it.
Oh.
Isn't that every couch though?
No, these aren't separate cushions. I'm holding
that's
onto a
not bad.
spring.
Oh, no.
Totally
Oh,
different.
no.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, our story today centers around a piece of furniture that is so important, no one is allowed to even sit on it. Not even royalty. It isn't a grand throne. It isn't some holy bed. It isn't even a special love seat. But its sanctity drove its people to bitter combat. Today, we're talking about the War of the Golden Stool.
I knew it was a stool.
Huh?
Damn, I thought we were talking about the Iron Throne.
I knew it. In my head, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was like, this is gonna be a stool.
You know what? History point for Kate. She knew it was a stool.
Well, she claimed she knew it was a stool. She said, I knew it after you had said the answer, so.
Ryan, I'm not a liar.
That sounds like something a liar would say.
The Ashanti Nation, the proprietor of said golden stool, dates back to the second half of the 17th century. The first Ashanti king, Osei-Tutu, united several separate Ashanti states into one kingdom in present-day Ghana. By the 19th century, the Ashanti Empire was flourishing, made wealthy thanks to rich gold resources, as well as active participation in the slave trade, selling prisoners of war to British and Dutch traders. Not great, but...
Not great.
Yeah.
Pretty tough go for gold when you think about it. Gold was so overvalued back then, and now we got cash for gold and shit like that. No one really gives a shit about it.
I guess
Bitcoin.
that's true.
Dogecoin.
Doge to the moon!
What the fuck?
Kate and I are very up on our crypto. Power and status among the Ashanti was concentrated among a group of leaders called the Amanhene, known as the stool holders. Similar to the British concept of lordships, stools were titles with power, wealth, land, and even entire villages attached to them. While the stools physically existed, they were meant to be symbols, not thrones, in that the stool holder did not sit upon their stool.
You gotta stop saying that was a lot of stool. There was.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of stools. This
You
is
said
about the War of the Golden Stool.
You said stool like 20 times.
Yes, and I'm gonna say it a lot more. Beyond the physical benefits, holding a stool also entitled you to that stool's sunsum, roughly meaning soul. The sunsum gave the stool holder the collective wisdom of all previous stool holders, creating a direct link from the present to the past. You guys ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No.
Cultureless, a couple of swine.
You're talking about the M. Night Shyamalan film, right? That's the one you're talking about?
I've seen Signs.
Okay, well, I mean, science is good. The greatest of the stools was the Golden Stool, which was held by the Asantewaa, or king of the Ashanti people. According to legend, in the 1600s, the Golden Stool fell from heaven onto the lap of the first Ashanti king, Osei-Tutu. The physical stool itself is 18 inches tall, 24 inches wide, and 12 inches deep. It's made of pure gold, and in 1900, it was the cause of a war between the Ashanti and whom? Was it A, the French, B, the British, or C, the Spanish? All right, Ryan, what do you got?
Yeah, I guess the French.
Ah, the French. Kate, what do you got?
I guess the British.
The British.
I do think it's funny that they said that it just fell from heaven, this stool.
Kicks
That's
ass.
exactly what I would say if I stole something from someone. I
Yeah.
would be like, yeah, it just fell into my lap. I don't know. Shut that little guy up.
Well, I'm afraid that even when we tell non-European stories, those little fuckers find a way to insert themselves, usually via imperialism. In this case, points go to Kate, as the challenger for the Golden Stool was none other than Queen Victoria. Technically, she probably didn't care about the stool itself, but she was the monarch of England at the time, which is as good a segue as any to start talking about the British.
Just colonizing left and right, taking what's out there. Am I right, guys?
Go fuck themselves.
I actually don't know. I just heard it, and so I'm repeating it.
No, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's why we threw their tea into the river.
Yeah.
Taught them a lesson.
Fuck your tea.
I am drinking tea right now.
All right, moving along. What the?
Hey, Professor, it's me, the horse from the season finale.
Oh, wow, we've never had a guest pop in before they perform.
Yeah, well, I'm just really beloved and I want to hype up my incredible ska song in the season finale.
Oh, sounds cool. Or as cool as a ska song could be, I guess.
Oh man, it's gonna slay. Hey, I also want to make sure this theater keeps the lights on till the finale, so I'm here with a word from our sponsor, Skillshare.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Skillshare is an online learning community for creative folks like you and me, and I assume our viewers.
I know.
Yeah, they got thousands of inspiring classes on a whole range of topics like illustration, design, photography, video, and more.
Oh, wow.
Me, I'm trying to hone my creative energy for good, so I'm taking Artivism, Create Inspiring Art for Change with Nicholas Smith.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah, I think it's really gonna help me channel my creativity into a really show-stopping song for the season finale that'll really sit in people's souls the way the best ska songs do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, most of the classes are under 60 minutes, so you can squeeze them in anywhere. They're great for people of all skill levels, whether you're just a creative dabbler or a full-on professional. There's no ads, and with an annual subscription, it's less than $10 a month.
Holy moly, what a deal.
Yep, the first 1,000 subscribers to click the link in the description will get a free trial of premium membership so you can explore your creativity.
Did you say free?
That's right! Alright, well, I gotta get back to the creative process, but I'll see you in the season finale. Hey, what's that episode about, by the way?
TBD.
Alright, well, my wife's really excited. I'll see you later. Click
All
clap,
right, see you in the
click clap.
finale. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes. Now, an entire puppet series could be done about Britain's shitty exploits in Africa, but for today, we're concerned about a narrow chapter of that history. In the late 19th century, the British controlled a sizable portion of Africa's Gold Coast and were neighbors to the Ashanti Nation. The British were content with a you-do-you approach to the Ashanti Nation, so long as the Ashanti were strong enough to prevent squabbling between other nations that could disrupt Britain's precious trade routes. How did the British ensure the Ashanti Nation remained strong? A. They gave the Ashanti Nation favorable deals on guns. B. They trained the Ashanti armies in modern warfare. Or C. They didn't. In fact, they went to war with them, like 5 times. Don't blow this, Ryan.
It doesn't really matter in the end, does it?
Yes, it does. We have a very complex algorithm that chooses the winner.
I don't think it's that complex.
It's just whoever has more beef.
No. There's a lot going on back here. We have a big old machine that we plug a lot of facts and figures into.
Anyways, my answer is C, war.
War.
That's what I picked too.
Looks like we got some sea dogs out there. You know, like sea dogs, that's a seal.
Is this episode gonna make it? Are we gonna make it?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Hell
brutal.
yeah. I think we have an answer for this one, but we're going to find out via the magic of theater!
Yes, finally! Kick it off with a frickin' play, dude.
You there, soldier! How goes our campaign? Wait, English. You there, soldier! How goes our campaign? I'd say okay, Commander Wolseley. You know, it's pretty important to the Empire that the Ashanti stay, strong and independent, so... Yes, I know. I hear plenty of that from my quote-unquote superiors. Yes. So then maybe we should just, forget about that old Dutch fort that everyone's getting so worked up about. What if we let them keep it? They'll be stronger for it, and that'll help us Brits. A keen suggestion, soldier. I propose instead we march into the Ashanti capital and burn it to the ground. Won't that, weaken them a lot? Well, sometimes the best ideas are bad ideas, right? No, not usually. What can that even mean? I do not know! Charge!
Yeah, there it is.
War!
Points to both of you!
Yeah!
Right.
Throughout the century, the British went to war several times against the Ashanti. The scene we just watched was masterfully adapted from events of a real war between 1873 and 1874. As a result of these wars, by the end of the century, the Ashanti were greatly weakened, no longer the powerful empire they had once been, and in serious financial trouble. In the 1880s, partially due to the instability from years of war with the Imperial British, the Ashanti Nation went through a civil war over who would hold the Golden Stool. At the end, Agyeman Prempeh was made Asantewaa, but the internal conflict had further weakened the nation, and the British noticed. In 1891, the British formally asked the Ashanti Nation if they wanted to be folded up in the British Protectorate, meaning they were still locally autonomous, but the British had final say for everything on the national level. The Asantewaa refused, telling the Brits, Ashanti must remain independent. The cause of Ashanti is progressing, and there is no reason for any Ashantiman to feel alarm at the prospects.
Seems fishy to me.
If you hired like a task rabbit to watch over your house when you went on vacation, and the last thing he said to you before you got in the car to go to the airport was, you got nothing to worry about with your house. Yeah. It's gonna be all good with me in there. Don't worry.
It's also like they didn't help at all. Like, what were they giving them in return for this power?
I mean,
Nothing.
the idea of a protectorate is that they would essentially protect them in case anyone tried to be aggressive toward them.
But they were aggressive towards them.
Yeah, see,
That sounds like a really toxic relationship.
It basically sounds like the mob.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, some members of the Ashantimen apparently did feel alarmed, with several chiefs having abandoned the Ashanti Nation in favor of the British Protectorate. By 1893, despite signs the Ashanti Nation was slowly getting back on its feet, in England's eyes, they were getting weaker with each passing year. Something had to be done. What did England do? A. They forgave the Ashanti's wartime debts. B. They declared war on the losing side of the Civil War, so they wouldn't be able to challenge the Asantewaa for the Golden Stool. Or C. They deposed the king.
Deposed means...
You know, take him out of there. You're out of here. Folks, let me see your answers. Ryan, let me see it.
I think they B for bitch slapped. I think they bitch slapped that whole nation. The losing
Damn,
team.
Ryan.
The language is a bit 2003 for my tastes, but Kate, what do you got?
I also went B.
Okay.
What year was this again?
1893.
Wow, Kate,
Wow.
history point for remembering that.
Oh my God.
I'm trying so hard to pay attention.
Very impressive. Do you guys want to see another funny little sketch?
Sure, anything to get out of this bit.
Okay, I'll be back later. Bye-bye.
Sir William Maxwell, Governor of the Gold Coast, how are you today? I noticed you've marched your army into my nation's capital, and I gotta ask, why? Well, Asantewaa Prempeh, there's this matter of the 50,000 ounces of gold you owe my queen. Right. That debt you claim we owe you because you tried to burn down our fort. Look, I need that money now. What, like this year now, or soon now, or... Now! Fuck it over! So... we don't just, have 3,000 pounds of gold laying around. I could give you, 42 pounds of gold right now, and then maybe we could do a payment plan for the rest.
That seems reasonable.
Okay. You're under arrest. You and your entourage. Come with me.
Points to neither of you.
Yeah.
You
That
idiots.
tracks.
Hey, well, sounds like the teacher messed up there, if you know what I mean.
Oh, because I'm the... Yeah, you should be learning, I guess.
If the whole class flunked it, not exactly a good showing for the teach.
Well, but at the same time, 'tis a shoddy student who blames his teacher. Huh?
I thought it was tis a shoddy worksman who blames his bench. Tools.
He blames his
Tools,
Shoddy
yeah.
craftsman blames his tools, yeah.
Shoddy craftsman's a pretty cool,
Wow.
stage name.
Yeah, go grab a couple brewskis at the Shoddy Craftsman.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah?
It
That's
could be kind
pretty
of like
good.
a work,
Wait,
like a
wait.
home improvement bar.
Are we all gonna open a bar together?
No.
If you weren't already questioning the sincerity of Britain's overtures of just wanting peaceful trade, now might be the time. In the eyes of Great Britain, their complex trade interests and the threat of other European nations seizing power left them no choice but to take control of the Ashanti Nation. In 1896, under the pretext of 50,000 ounces of unpaid gold, they arrested the Asantewaa and 30 other high-ranking Ashanti subchiefs and generals, including the Asantewaa's mother. The prisoners were sent to live in exile in the Seychelles.
Why?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, real quick, Where are the Seychelles? A. In the Indian Ocean, north of Madagascar. B. In the Mediterranean Sea, between Greece and Turkey. Or C. In the Atlantic Ocean, west of Morocco.
Fudge.
I don't know anything about geography, so.
Me either.
Just try your best.
Aw,
Okay.
thanks, Professor.
So threatening.
You thought that was threatening? That was like the
It's
night.
like, try your best. Try your best.
Just try your best.
It wasn't like that. He didn't say it like that.
Ryan, what do you got?
I just put C because I wanted to say Morocco.
Morocco. Kate?
I went with B.
Well, congrats on not nailing it, guys.
Wow, that's 2 questions in a row that both your students whiffed.
Well, look, I'm not a geography teacher. The Seychelles is an archipelago about 1,000 miles off the eastern coast of Africa. It's gorgeous. Baller beaches, big-ass tortoises. I highly recommend it.
Have you been there, Professor?
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous. You should see the tortoises. They're fucking huge. All right, well, with a vacuum at the top of the Ashanti government, Britain installed their own snooty-ass representative. And to pay for this, they installed a taxation system on the Ashanti people, and essentially drafted citizens to work on public infrastructure. They also abolished domestic slavery, which was still practiced in the kingdom. They show up and they just start taxing people.
So is this all an elaborate plan to get this stool?
Kate, I like where your head's at.
Thank
We're
you.
getting there.
Okay.
All I gotta say is that a big stool sometimes can be taxing.
Okay, now we're moving along.
Oh my God, Ryan. Way to set it off. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go into the second half of this.
Now, for years! For years! All right, okay. Yeah, I'll do it too. It's fun. Wait, are you scatting now? That dude's way, Zoozway.
Pow, pow, pow.
Oh boy.
Well, how did we get there?
I don't know.
Okay, here we go. For years, the Ashanti tried in vain to convince the British to return their Asantewaa. To British Governor Sir Frederick Hodgson, this was frustrating. Why didn't the Ashanti just accept his authority as their ruler?
Duh.
To see how well you've been paying attention, open-ended question. Why didn't the Ashanti people acknowledge Governor Hodgson as their ruler? This is my favorite episode yet.
Yeah.
Ryan!
That's because they hated his country and his mustache.
Okay, so not paying a ton of attention. Kate?
Because they didn't want him there to begin with.
Okay, well,
Right?
sort of a, yeah. Points, okay, so Governor Hodgson.
He's just flabbergasted because that's 3 questions in a row that we've all whiffed.
I know, it's okay.
He's sweating now.
Guys, consider
Help
this.
me, Professor. I don't
Consider this.
understand.
Well, you know what? I actually.
learn, Professor.
I actually-
Can you
I
just
don't
teach me?
understand.
Shut up! Shut up!
Please, I don't understand what's going
Teach
on.
me.
Shut up! Okay. All right. They did not accept him as ruler. Why? Think about it. What is one thing that their rulers have that he does not?
The stool.
The
Stool.
stool! We'll give Kate a jelly bean for that because she got there.
So this was kind of like almost a religious thing.
Well, yeah. Governor Hodgson did not possess the golden stool, so he did not hold the Ashanti Sunsum. Therefore, he couldn't be their ruler. In 1900, Governor Hodgson figured this out and set his focus on getting his grubby, limey mitts on that golden stool. In March of 1900, Governor Hodgson went to the capital city of Kumasi and spoke to the Ashanti chiefs who remained. Quote, "Where is the golden stool? Why am I not sitting on the golden stool at this moment? I am the representative of the paramount power. Why have you relegated me to this chair?"
So Hodgson was like, you guys won't follow me until I get this stool. So he's now going to get this stool.
He's saying, "Give me this stool. Why are you making me sit in a chair? I'm in charge. I deserve this stool."
But no one sits on the stool.
But no, yeah.
Exact. A point for Ryan. A point for Ryan. No one
He
sits
couldn't
on the
even
stool.
say it. Did you see how much it hurt him to give me that point? He couldn't even get through the
Yeah,
sentence.
a point for.
A point for Clearly, the whiny baby Great Britain installed as governor only half understood the significance of the stool, since no one, not even the real king, ever sat atop the throne. Nevertheless, Hodgson was dead set on finding the stool, and he didn't care how. He began to violently and brutally interrogate and beat locals regarding its whereabouts, even including children.
Wow, this guy sucks so bad. Does he meet a cruel end like he deserves?
I mean, God willing and the creek don't rise.
What?
It's just, it's old folksy saying. Like, yeah, I sure hope that doesn't happen. God willing and the creek don't rise. I hope he falls into a volcano, frankly.
You got any more conversation stoppers in there, Professor, in that satchel of yours?
Oh, here's one.
Fun thing about this, though, is even though he was going around and beating up children, they were basically like, yeah, beat me up. I don't give a shit. We're not going to tell you where this stool is. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck yeah. Tough.
That's metal.
But shouldn't have had to be.
If you were a little child, you're out at a park, and an old British man comes up to you and says, "Where's a stool? Hello, I've been installed, and I want your stool."
I don't know what I'd do.
I'd kick him in the shin.
I'd probably just go that way.
I'd probably rat. If I knew where this stool was, I would say it.
Just give it up.
Easy. Yeah, I can't keep a secret. If anyone tells me a secret and then afterwards they're like, but keep that secret, I'm like, ugh, that's your fault.
Well, discussions began among the leaders of the Ashanti Nation, or at least the ones who weren't now 4-year residents of the Seychelles. Should they try to negotiate, or should they fight? One of the leaders present was Asantewaa, the queen mother of the Ashanti state of Edgewaso. Asantewa's grandson, the chief of Edgewaso, was exiled along with the Asantewaa in 1896, and in so many words, she was sick of Great Britain's bullshit.
Yeah.
She gave a spirited speech to those debating what to do. Quote,
"Gallant youth and men of our fatherland, shall we sit down and be dehumanized all the time by these rogues? We should rise and defend our heritage. It is better to perish than to look on sheepishly while the white man, whose sole purpose in our country is to steal, kill, and destroy, threatens to rob us of our golden stool."
Fuck yeah.
she sounds baller.
I'm not going to Britain anymore.
Okay.
I was gonna go and now I'm not going.
You're holding that grudge.
Yeah, that'll show them.
Even after that speech, many Ashanti men were hesitant. Remember, not long ago, the Ashanti had seen a civil war, and some men were glad to see the Asantewaa in exile. To stir the men to action, Asantewaa gave another Braveheart-level speech. Quote,
"If you, the men of Asante, will not go forward, then we will. We, the women, will. I shall call upon my fellow women. We will fight the white men. We will fight till the last of us falls in the battlefields."
Hard.
Yeah.
Pretty metal.
Wow.
She's going for it.
And that's a grandma.
That's a grandma.
Fuck yeah. Love her.
Yeah.
Did she survive, or did she get her head blown off right after she said that?
She has more to say.
Hell yeah.
Oh, good.
Asantewaa also had some choice words for Governor Hodgson. Are you ready for this? You ready for
This
this?
is gonna be
Yes.
good.
Foolish white man. Who are you to demand the golden stool? The golden stool is the property of the king of Asante and not for people like you. Do you belong to the royal family? Where is our king? Go and bring him to show you where the golden stool is kept. He is the sole custodian and knows where it is hidden.
Did they hide the stool? I feel like this isn't something hard to find. I'm sure there's a stool room, like a stool display place.
If they just
Yeah.
hit it with one of the people in town and they're carrying the stool and
It's just a guy with a real big hat.
he's just walking under crushing weight. Oh, it's fine. It's just a normal day.
Well, the Ashanti chiefs did the only reasonable thing. They made the 59-year-old grandma their commander-in-chief. Asantewaa declared war against the British, and the Ashanti prepared for battle.
Feels like they're walking into a losing fight here.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Asantewaa proved to be a shrewd leader. To start, she greatly improved military recruitment. How? A. She tripled the starting military salary. B. She opened the military up to females. Or C. She banned women from having sex with anyone refusing to join the army. Kate, are you scandalized?
I am I have to pick it.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna pick it
love
too.
that.
Ryan, what have you put?
I'm gonna put C, no shooty, no booty.
And Kate?
I put C.
We got a couple of C dogs. Yes, C is the correct answer.
Oh, that's amazing.
Jelly beans for both of you. Asantewaa kindly asked the gods to kill any woman who had sex with someone avoiding military duty.
Jesus Christ. Wait,
Whoa.
I didn't realize. Wait, I thought they were like.
Yeah,
there was
it sounds like it's
slap on the
against the
wrist.
men, but it's also.
That's
That
crazy.
is traumatic. You gotta send your husband or your boyfriend or whatever to war.
Yeah.
Even if he stayed, you wouldn't be able to sleep with him because you'd be scared of death.
I mean, you could probably, once he signs the papers, probably give him a little send-off,
Oh.
A little something to remember me by. Conk, conk,
Are they like just going door to door, putting their ear against it, hearing whether or not there's some sex going on?
Yeah,
I want to know what you were honking.
God knows. That's just what it sounds like when my people do that sort of thing.
It sounds like a clown horn. That's
You just honk the whole time.
a little bike horn. A little bike horn.
Yeah, it's a little.
I hate where we've gone.
Yeah.
In turn, Asantewaa saw 20,000 men enlist. Beyond her recruiting success, Asantewaa was also a savvy strategist. The Ashanti used any available resources as weapons: axes, sticks, even bottles. She blockaded the roads to Kumasi, then created openings to lure the British, which were booby-trapped with improvised explosive mines. Asantewaa also laid siege to the fort in Kumasi, where the governor and other British were staying. The siege literally starved many of the Brits to death.
Wow.
Effective.
What are the numbers they're going against, though?
I don't know.
I don't even know why I ask those follow-up questions anymore.
I don't know. Shut up. I don't know.
Just shut the fuck up.
I once said to a teacher, he was like, "Why would you ask that question?" I was like, because the only dumb question is the one not asked. And he said, "Someone lied to you."
Oh, shit. Rude.
To be fair,
pretty
he
off.
was hungover and we all knew it.
Oh,
We were
God.
picking him on.
He's got some issues. Tough to teach when you're hungover.
I bet.
Are you hungover right now? That would explain a lot, actually.
I'm fine. Okay. The Ashanti also destroyed the telegraph lines out of Kumasi, meaning the besieged British had little hope of survival without negotiating. Despite initially believing they'd dispatch with the Ashanti resistance within days, Governor Hodgson reluctantly accepted the Ashanti demands, which included the return of their king, the forgiveness of the 50,000-ounce gold debt, and that the governor would drop his cringy quest for the Golden Stool. Soon after, however, the governor escaped the besieged fort and raced to the safety of the coast, with the Ashanti pursuing him the entire way. Governor Hodgson immediately sent for reinforcements, never intending to uphold his side of the truce. What a piece of shit.
Yeah, such a little bitch every step of the way.
Weaselly little guy.
Walks like a duck,
Weaselly.
talks like a duck.
That guy quacks. Yeah. Over the next year, the war continued. Steadily, the British chipped away at the Ashanti forces, and in 1901, Asantewaa was captured. The Ashanti leader was, sing along if you know the words, sent into exile in the Seychelles, where she died on October 17th, 1921. I gotta hand it to this lady. She was up against some pretty tough odds there and put up a good fight, I'd say.
It was a good try. Good job, good effort.
Yeah, it's just like there was no reason for the British to do any of that. Just stay in your lane.
Stay in your fucking lane.
They literally just heard of a golden stool and was like, I want it.
Oh, we don't have that? We want that!
Just a
Babies.
bunch of little baby bitches.
Also, I've been to England. It's a lovely town, country, whatever it is. Though the British continued to rule the Ashanti Kingdom, they permitted the exiled Asantewaa to return to a ceremonial role in 1926, though it wasn't until 1957 when Ghana gained full independence from Britain. Today, the Ashanti people make up an estimated 14% of Ghana's population, and the Asantewaa remains an important cultural figure. At first glance, it would appear the British won their final war against the Ashanti Nation. However, led by Asantewaa, the Ashanti people exhibited bravery against tremendous odds and a willingness to stand against imperialism. At the end of the day, the British never did get the Golden Stool, which is today housed in the Ashanti Royal Palace in Kumasi.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
What happened to Higgins?
Hodgson?
Hodgson.
Yeah, I think he actually died of a prolapsed rectum.
Fuck yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's not true.
That would be really funny because he's after that stool.
If he pooped himself to death.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
I just like that this is a woman who came in there and just laid it out for everyone. She was like, all right, I'm sick of you guys being just a bunch of idiots, and I'm going to lay down the law.
You gotta respect it.
I also think it's hilarious to be like, all right, no one's fucking unless you're willing to die.
She knows what the people want.
That's
That is
wild.
Well, that concludes our history lesson. I'm going to go tally up the scores to see who receives the coveted cup and the title of History Master. While I do that, please enjoy this special performance from the Golden Stool. This will not be blasphemous at all.
Oh, shoot, look at that stool.
Oh, wow.
Hey everybody, it's me, the Stool of Gold. Sing it if you know the words. A stool of gold. Now you know the words. A stool of gold. A stool of gold. A stool of gold. A stool. A stool of gold. A stool of gold. 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 Stool of gold.
Ryan, you watch these musical performances like a serial killer.
Yeah.
You really are just like...
It's not an enjoyable experience for me.
Man, I feel like the professor needs to do a musical.
Exactly.
Oh, wow! What a dazzling performance! We crunched the numbers back there. Big surprise here, our returning champ, Kate Peterman, is our history master. And Kate, we do not have a trophy for you this time,
What the
not
hell?
the one you're expecting. As a 3-time winner, you receive the Top Banana Award. That's right. Go collect your prize.
Oh my God!
Yeah, go get it. Go get it.
Okay, be right back.
I just can't imagine something that I wanted enough that I would start a war.
What about that limited edition Taco Bell Xbox?
No. I think I'd start a war over a fair history competition.
Oh, interesting.
This is insane.
Something to think about.
How many people have gotten the Top Banana Award?
No one. You're the first.
Dun 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 dun.
That's right. Kate, thank you so much for being here again. Everybody else, thank you for watching Puppet History, where the details are always a little fuzzy. We'll see you next time. Woo!
Thanks, Professor.